Good morning, YouTube. I thought I haven't done an update on my tanks for quite a while, and to be honest with you, out of all my projects that I've got going on, various plants, orchids, house plants, garden, fish, pond plants, my tanks are the least demanding of my time. I must admit, I sort of set them up, and I just basically let them get on with it. I mean, if there's any sort of dead debris that's looking unsightly, I remove it. But if it's not looking unsightly, I leave it, because I want them to look as natural as possible. Like I put some acer leaves in here last year. I've also got this dead sort of branch hanging in here as well, which I cut off one of the the mock plum. And yeah, and I just let them get on with it, to be honest with you. Even to the point, can you see that, let me just try and point it out. This here, growing up here, is a weed. And I actually don't care, I mean, obviously if it takes over, I'm going to pull it out. But in the wild, you get weeds, so I just want it to look as natural as possible. The only thing I'll say about this one is, can you see that fern? It has been munched and munched and munched. I've still got a slug in here, so I'm going to go and get some pellets in a minute and put a few pellets in the air. I did kill one. I thought I'd got it, but obviously there's another one hatched, so I shall get that one as well. And the evidence of the slug is apparent on some of the other leaves. Can you see just there on that edge of that leaf there? It's had a little munch on that one. Not good. And a little munch on this one here. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. So I shall put a stop to his antics. The bromeliads are doing well, so there's a decent sized one there. Just lift up the lid, you can see there's another one there. And I think the little ficus climbing plant's starting to take off. Even the Spanish moss is looking cool. So, yep, I'm more than happy with the tanks. So I've just wiped this one down because they get steamy in the mornings, and so you can see there, although I've missed a bit right here where the owl is, but that's fine. Basically, the upkeep of these is I ignore them. And every now and then I'll come and have a little nosy and see what's going on. I'll tidy up the plants if I think plants are getting a little unruly, especially, some of this one in the background here is growing up and it covers the light. This little phalaenopsis is, well, it's done all sorts. It's metamorphed into all sorts. Right now, that's the kiki that was on the original plant that I put in there, and it's growing away, and I haven't attached it. It's sort of just found its own way, and I'm just leaving it there to do its own thing. I did have a small dockrilla on this piece of punga, but that died off, so that's fine. Obviously don't like it in there. I was willing to sacrifice, any sort of little plants, orchids or whatever I put in there. And, yeah, so that one's doing really well. This one currently is funny colours. It's like colours of the rainbow, and it looks quite cool actually. The only reason it's funny colours is because the original light bulb went, and I've had to put this is my standby sort of grow light bulb, the green and red sort of lighting, and I'm waiting for my new bulb to come. But again, I just let it get on. Every now and then I'll give them a spray of water, but very little, to be honest with you. I don't water them that much. And the coolest thing of all, this morning, I found some mushrooms in there. And they are really, really cool. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them up close. You see the dew on the top of them? Just, oops, on this one here, look. And that one. No, I had to double check. I thought, they don't look real. My husband's put them in there to see how long it takes me to notice them. And no, they are real. They are actually growing out. I don't know if you can see in there. They're actually growing out of the side of the tree fern. Now on that tree fern, I do have a Coleogyne orchid, which is just coming away here now. I mean, it's Coleogyne orchids I now know are big orchids, and it's really not the right one to put in there. But I'm just going to let it do its thing and see what happens. I mean, it looks cool. So I'm really chuffed with that, and they are so gorgeous. They do look from. I see if I can get a better view of inside. Maybe able to look better. Maybe too bright. They actually look so perfect. They do look unreal. I think that's absolutely amazing. And again, this is just another one I let do its own thing. I don't really pay it much attention. Obviously this fig, whatever you want to call it, creeping fig, grows crazy in there, and I do cut it back. And even like there's some died off bits here where I didn't quite pull it out when I cut it back. I'm just leaving that. I'm leaving it in there because I want it to be as natural as possible. And for them, I know it's not natural with these plastic animals in there, but my husband got me those, and they are cute, so I'm going to leave them in there. You know, so I want them to look as natural as possible, apart from the plastic animals. But I think they look really, really cute. And if you're thinking of giving it a go, believe me, it is the simplest thing ever. You know, I've done tutorials on how I've you know, put them together. And I'm sure if you just follow that, there's something else growing down there, I think. Is that another fungi coming up? I don't know. But they are very, very simple. They're quite rewarding, especially if you've got a small space. These tanks aren't very big. They just sit on one of my cabinets in my living room or my dining room. And, you know, and if you want a variety, a small variety of plants in your house, but you don't really have the room, these are the best idea ever. You just get small leafed plants, you put them in there, and they really do not need very much care at all. So give it a go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like or dislike and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.